back. We're live with more Digimon Nuzlocke. So, last we left off, I started a mission that's going to lead us to the big Jimmy-Ken Boltmon fight, which is going to be uber difficult. It's going to be a very hard fight. So, and I'm frankly not ready for that fight. So, what I'm going to do is probably going to spend at least this stream preparing for it until I'm more confident I can take it, because at this point I do not believe... I think if I were to go fight him right now, I would wipe. And that's no fun. So, yeah, we're gonna do some stuff. I've done a bit of getting some levels between streams, but not a lot, and I'll probably just do a bit more. But hopefully we can... Hi, Billy! Hopefully with a little bit of patience, we can get ourselves to a better position. Because right now we are in a really bad one. Level 30, level 24. 28, 24. We're probably gonna be... Yeah, that's gonna be a little while, but that's fine. Let's do this one. Yeah, I know. I'll deal with it. Probably gonna bench Sealy for this. Yeah. Okay. Onwards to... someplace, probably. Let's go to the detective agency, I think. I'm gonna see if I can find a better place to get some levels, because so we're at the point of right before the Boltmon fight, and I am not ready for that. Like, not even a little bit. So I'm gonna see if I can beef up my team a bit more. Because this is not gonna work. Digimon, organize. We can go in the back. I mean, yeah, I could go just do multiple runs through the arena, but... no. Probably is my best bet. Because, I mean, I don't want to sit here and just do, like, the same, like, 5 fights over and over and over again. Because that would be boring, but it probably will be quickest. So, I guess I'll just do that instead. But yeah, that's basically what this stream is just prepping for that fight, because I don't feel confident. Yeah. Basically. Pew pew pew. Blah blah blah. So anyway, how's your weekend going? Pew pew. You. Not quite. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I just been doing, you know, normal Towers things. Writing, editing. Feeling pretty good about where I'm at in story stuff. Got to write some really fun bits. Yeah. Serafina has decided to do something kind of stupid, but, you know, she also has a lot of complicated problems that she's got to solve. So, hard to fault her on that. Pew pew. Hehe. Oh, that sounds fun. Which one did you do? Or did you have to, like, try to make up your own? Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a bit of humor. I think the Greeks would approve. You think they took all their myths and stuff seriously 100% of the time? They didn't. At least a few were them messing around. Pew pew. Oh, that sounds fun. Blah, blah, blah. Oh boy. I bet him getting out of there was hard. Hey, you know what? As long as you did the assignments, I mean, what more could the teacher ask of you? Punch. Hey, you know, better than a lot of what I would get on my writing assignments in school. Rude. I mean, hey, that kind of humor works for some people. Doesn't work for everybody, but, you know your audience right, you can make it work. That's ridiculous, but I love it. It's kind of like when you sass the GM at a Dungeons and Dragons session and then, oh, whoops, everyone dies. Oop. Well, I mean, you know, really the big difference between the two is scale. I mean, there's a few more differences, but that's like the biggest one. This Flame Digimon is probably the most overpowered thing in this game. I don't know why. Well, I mean, at that stage. Because you're, you know, at the point of school that you were in. It's probably all they know how to do at that stage. I mean, that's how everybody gets their start. there's worse book series to be referencing, and I mean, if it's a book about, if it's a story that's supposed to be Greek mythology, you know, at least it's on topic. Oh, well, finally, I can do something. Recited sounds like a terrible username for a person who is very insecure. Hey, you know what? If it got the job done. No, Digimon. Okay. You need 50 and 130s. Options. Which means I have to get... Okay, let's go back down to Tyrannomon for you. I think that's enough. I hope. You... No, you need to... Probably gonna do another phase down. Ooh, let's do Betamon, because why not? Favorite dragon, reptile, mega, digivolution. Let me double check before I answer that question, because I have a couple different answers, but I don't remember which ones are mega off the top of my head. Nope. No. Ah, fudge. Where is it? Oh, why do you have to not cooperate with me? Let's just do this. Blah, blah. That's not what I want. Stupid ads. Just let me view the information that I want. Care. Care. Let's see. If I had to... No. I think I'm gonna go with Plesiomon. Just off the top of my head. If that one counts. That'd be a little while, but that's fine. Can you do anything useful? And these are all nope. Nope, 28. Well, you also said dragon, and dragons are pretty close to that, you know, that kind of thing. So it's just like, but it's also, it's not like I have a list of all of the Mega Digimon off the top of my head. So, you know, there's probably one I would like more that exists. I just don't know about it. Yeah, no, Plesiumon's a dinosaur. But I just meant that reptile, dragon. Like, if you drew a Venn diagram, dinosaurs would be, like, next to those things. Like cousins. I don't care. No, probably. It's... Yeah, Gomamon's Digivolution took a weird turn. So, because he goes from, like, little tiny seal-like to big fluffy seal-like, and then it became a turtle? Yeah, that's one of those forms that something went weird. Something went sideways. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm sure it does have a lore reason. But I'll be honest with you, lore reasons are just creatives hand-waving things that we want to put in the story to be in there. Even if they don't technically have a purpose. And I know that. Because I have done similar stuff where I just hand-wave things with lore. Because I want them to be in the story. Yeah, but that still kind of reeks of we made an excuse to give it a shell because we wanted to give it a shell. Yeah. It's just one of those things where just like, welcome to Digimon. It does weird stuff sometimes. 4. Good job. Yeah, a little bit. Cute, cute, cute. Good. Well, I mean, puberty does weird stuff sometimes. This one. Pew, 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 pew. Okay. Yeah. It's... just kinda is. But I'm willing to give them, like, a pass for having some weird forms once in a while for just how, like, it's cool, so I'm willing to give them a pass, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and harp on them for making a bunch of weird design, making a bunch of weird transitions, because the creatures are fun. And that's really the main point. Yeah, exactly. Like, I can forgive having some, like, clumsiness here and there if it's clear that the clumsiness was in aid of getting to a cool spot. Like, if one or two awkward lines of dialogue are what it takes to get us to the best scene in the story, then, you know what, that's fine. Because the reality is, when you make a thing, not every part about it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna have some flaws and imperfections, and you kind of have to decide, okay, where is it? Where can these imperfections be that cause the least amount of harm to the overall picture? Yeah, the Namimon stuff is kind of weird. That whole thing was pretty fillery. But I mean... exactly. That whole thing screamed, we made filler for reasons, but... I don't know. Like, the point of filler is literally just to waste your time. Like, at least proper filler. I think some people nowadays who use the term don't actually know what they're talking about, but, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and harp on it. At least anime filler literally just exists to waste your time. It's one of those things where it's just like, and also it might have had a purpose. I mean, the fact that a thing like that could even happen probably tells you a bit about the connection between the two worlds. Is it what I would have done? No. But it certainly is one way to demonstrate a point. But still, it does kind of make you wonder what they were thinking. Just get this over with. Well, the little body that it leaves behind is kind of funny looking. Compared to... that's not where I wanted to go. Digilab, so I can check on forms. Digivolve. So nope. Chromon. Chromon would be helpful. I mean, a little bit. Like, it's somewhere right between spider and robot. So it just kind of flops over. Is Boltmon data? Let me double check something real quick. Because I thought... because my research told me that Boltmon was... Boltmon... Cyber Sleuth. I was looking at the wrong page then. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I still have to digivolve some of these guys with plans for other fights later. So, I can't have all of them be ready for just this one fight. So, it's fine. Yeah, I'm thinking Bethris and Jarek are going to be the main heavy hitters on that fight. 50? Do we want to do that? Or do we want to just combine? Oh, let's go here. Move Digimon. Let's go. Let's pull Ethan back in. Yeah. Digimon, organize. Jerk. Come on. There we go. One more go. Yeah. That's what I thought. Rough. So yeah, Bolt one's a Mega, so I'm gonna see if I can get it, at least one Mega on my team. Preferably one of these three. So, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, this is gonna be a rough fight. I'm just kind of mentally prepared for that. But, you know, I'll get stronger, get a bunch of levels, and I'll figure out a way to make this work. I will not have that fake... I will not have that fake metal fan stop me from progressing through this. I mean, I don't know. On the one hand, it does feel kind of appropriate for Jimmykin to have really strong Digimon, because isn't he supposed to be like Yugo's second or third in command? You know, it's like Yugo, Faye, and then Jimmykin, as far as like the hierarchy of Zaxxon went before Jimmykin defected. So I guess you could say that it makes a lot of sense for him to have some really tough creatures on his side, but I don't know. Yeah, which is probably why Yugo kept him around as long as he did. Because as annoying as Jimmykin was, he was at least good at what he did. I mean, I still wouldn't hang out with the guy, but, like, I get it. Yeah, I mean, and that's probably also why he has as many followers as he does, is because he's strong. Like, I don't think they're actually that interested in his music. I mean, yeah, it's... If he hadn't betrayed Zaxxon, Yugo probably would have kept him around forever. But, meh. I guess he decided to strike it out on his own. And we all know how that goes. The answer is not very well for him. But, you know. figure out a way to get rid of him without too many casualties. I mean, realistically speaking, I'm probably gonna have at least one casualty to Jimmy Ken, but I'd like to minimize them where I can. Honestly, I think both do it at some point or another. I mean, I know Kyusuke has a bigger quest line revolve around cheering Jimmy Ken up, but I know both do at various points in the... We just do it at the end, whereas Kyusuke does it, like, earlier in the timeline? I don't remember at this point. Again, both of these games kind of bleed together for me, so I don't remember. Yeah, I'll be here. Killing some dudes, getting some XP. I promise you, you will not miss much interesting. Oh. Let's see. Pew 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 pew. In times of sorrow, like the words and thoughts in my voice. It's a feeling just for others. And just a feelings others. And just replay ourselves. You must be right tomorrow. Rude. I wonder what'll happen first. I get that Mega Digimon or I kill this thing. That would be a treat. I mean, I don't think I'll do it this time, but, you know, no reason not to give it my all. No, most of my all. Yeah. That's about what I expect to happen. Honestly, we're getting closer to killing him every time. So, at least we're getting a little bit stronger. Anyway, I'm gonna get some water while these two fail to kill this thing. Okay, let's see what kind of progress we've made. Why do I keep doing that? Every single time. Oh no. Did you that? In we go. Nope. Almost. That's gonna be a while still. Very nice. Evolve, Carmine. Yeah, it's gonna be 28. You didn't miss much. Unsurprisingly. We're going again. And I'm just gonna keep doing this over and over until I get where I want to be. I mean, that's, you know, part of this game and just part of the side effect of doing this kind of a run is you kind of have to keep grinding until you get strong enough. I also think it's part of the point of having the Jimmy Kid fights be so difficult, is they want to make sure that you keep making sure everyone's strong enough. I also think that some of the balancing in this game is just... What do you think is your least favorite quest in this game? Let's see. I think, from the ones that I can remember, because it's been a little while since I've played this game, probably the... Yeah, I could see that. I'm gonna go with my least favorite is probably the one we did with Ryota last time. The taking the ghost photo thing. Because that's probably the most boring quest, at least that I can remember. And I think being boring is a greater, like, thing than making you sad, because the Takemon one is supposed to make you sad. Like, that's its goal. So I can appreciate that it set out to do something, and then it achieved that something, and at least a few people. So, but the Ryota one's just like, meh. Yeah, but, like, I don't even count those quests. That's just an errand. As far as, like, actual, like, quest, I think that's gonna be my answer. And I'm probably forgetting something, but again, it's hard to remember which one's in this game and which ones are in the other game. Because some of the side quests do bleed together. Yeah. It's all just copy-paste of the same quest. Honestly, I would happily make an argument for that this game would be better off without their inclusion. Like, if you just deleted those from the game, it would be improved. Which is not something I say often. Because usually in features like that, there's at least one person who finds them interesting. But, like, with the way those quests are the way those little missions are handled, you could improve the game by removing them. Maybe not by, like, a lot, but still. I'm sure if they did another re-release of this, be like, we took out the fetch Digimon's items quest, people would be like, yay! But, you know, that's, again, just my opinion, because I haven't seen a single person who likes these games who's like, oh yeah, the fetch stuff for the Digimon quests, those are my favorite. Like, nobody. I've never seen that person. And honestly, Billy, more is not usually better. Like, there does need to be a minimum amount of content, I think. but typically just trying to force more in for the sake of having more usually doesn't pan out well, in my personal experience. Like, sometimes you're better off. Well, I mean, it's that age-old question, I think. Which would you prefer? A 100-hour mid-tier game, or a 50-hour really good, polished game? And me, personally, I would lean more towards the 50-hour, but more polished option. Because, like, yeah, you have a 100-hour game, but if 50 of those hours are bland and boring or awful, then, like, what's the point? That's why I don't like a lot of open world games, to be honest, is I find a lot of them suffer from that problem. They're like, oh, we're just gonna put in 50 billion quests, and like 80% of them are gonna be boring and samey. Yeah, and I mean, it does kind of come down to preferences. You know, I have my preferences, you have yours, and that's okay. But, I don't know. It's hard to say for sure. Hey, and that's fair. There's nothing wrong with that. And I mean, if it's all a good time, then yeah, it can keep going, but... It's just when the game tries to put a bunch of, like, other stuff that's connected to what you want to be doing that bothers me, I guess. If that makes sense. Like, yeah, you can put 200 things to collect in your game, but meh. We got this. And yeah, that's just my personal thoughts from my many years of playing games and seeing all different types of stuff and just what I know about creative processes. And how a lot of games have kind of overshot how much stuff to put in and ended up less than stellar. Yeah, that's about what I expected to happen. And he did it again. Well, you tried. Yeah. Onwards. Let's see. What did you have? Pollution. Phosphorus. It's okay. Carmine can't get into the form I want. What level are you? Ah, so close. Oh, you're like right there. Let's do Digimon. It's not what I want. I think I know who that is. Pretty sure. I think that's the one I'm gonna aim for. How much? That's gonna be lots of going back and forth with you. Who do I have in here? Like, do I have anybody, like, interesting? Well, not interesting, but anyone who has good drops. I guess would be a better question. Let's pop in here. Let's pop in here for a bit. And get Carmine up a level. Sure. Carmine. Function call. I think these guys are really cute. Didn't get to use them in this playthrough, but I think they're cute. And that their line is fun. Cute, 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 cute. They're just little dudes and they're purple. Function call. They are neat. They're just neat little dudes. Probably need to switch up abilities in Fethris, but it's fine. That's fair. I didn't say they were my favorite purples. They're just, I think they're neat. No, settings, Fethris. You don't need this. And cut to destruction cannon, regular destruction, and mock rush too. Because why not? Let's do this. And that one. Because why not? I have no idea what clip to which you are referring, but sure. Wait, no, let me leave. Okay. That's boring. Dispositions. The first. This one. Yeah. That's also true. Did you see the Grumblemon clips I put in Spin's chat? So you could kind of see what I was talking about when I said that he's probably had the most annoying voice. At least in that series. 28. You're 25. So you're gonna need another run. You're a ways away. I mean, you might as well. I'm not doing anything that interesting. Like, this is not gonna get interesting for a while. We got some stuff to do. Fethris. Ejection cannon. Pop. One-shotting will always be funny. Away from time and season, how far away we'll sing with reason. A pair of grown-up stars above me, as the world gets me. Take me away upon a plateau, far, far away from fears and shadows. Strengthen my heart in times of sorrow. Like the way to bright tomorrows. It's a golden desperate hours. Angels above proclaim these hours. Yeah, Grumblemon was obnoxious. I'll take your word for it. I don't remember what that one sounded like in the dub. I just know that Grumblemon's way of talking haunted me for a while. 'Cause it's just like, ugh, why? But I still watch the rest of the show, even if I don't fully remember everything that happened. Hey, you know, so it's funny which memories stick with us and which ones don't. Blah, 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 blah. We all know the drill. Die, kitties. Almost. Die. At least I can tell that we are getting stronger, so all of this is for a purpose. It's just... I am dreading that fight. Well, one's gonna be rough no matter what I do, but this will hopefully get us through it. Let's see. Maybe. You. Prepare to die. I mean, I still like Frontier, always. But some of its villains were not very good. But I mean, some of them were alright. I mean, it had Crusadermon and Dynasmon later. But the early half of the series, his villains were less than impressive. Like, the Mirror Dude was alright. But, you know. Yeah, that's fair. Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? That those are shows aimed at a younger demographic, so probably having, like, crazy high stakes all the time just wasn't on the agenda. Yeah. I didn't watch Data Squad, like, at all, but I keep hearing things about it that kind of just make me glad I didn't watch it. Like, I'm sure it has its redeeming factors, but, like, everyone tells me just, like, yeah, the human fights more Digimon than the Digimon does, and I'm just like, why? Like, what? Like, why not just pull a Frontier at that point if he's gonna be doing most of the fighting anyway? Why even bother with giving him a partner? But, you know, whatever. Let's do this. That sounds positively ridiculous, and not in, like, a fun way. Boop. Roar. That didn't do a whole lot. Yeah, you tried, buddy. No, I bet if an enemy Digimon didn't have unlimited SP and had to deal with the same SP limits that we have to deal with, this fight wouldn't be this hard. Yeah, all you're doing, Billy, is making me glad I didn't watch that series. Because it sounds like it would probably have driven me crazy. Yeah, that's the impression I'm getting from what you've told me. And when you're absurd by Digimon standards, then that's how you know things got perhaps a little too weird and something needs paring back. And I did it again. I need to stop doing that. That is... Yeah, if you put him in Digimon Survive, that would be a disaster. Ethan. Nice mon. This is probably not who I want to be bringing for this fight, but... Shh. It'll be fine. Okay. Oh, where are we at? You're 30. That's gonna be 50. No, he'd punch the fog so hard that he'd end up back home. Again, from what you've told me. Yeah, it sounds like I'm glad I didn't watch that, because that sounds utterly infuriating. Because I can't use them because this is a Nuzlocke. I feel like Data Squad came out first, so that's probably a correct statement. But I haven't watched Fusion either. Not as a dig on either of those series, I just didn't have the time. Or the place to watch them, to be honest. I'm gonna save. Because why not? What do we have? Stats. Next Digimon settings. Ethan. You have. Let's give you Hell Crusher. Heal's probably helpful. And I shouldn't give you physical attacks. For reasons that are obvious. What do you have? Nothing worthwhile. Okay. Let's go again. Hey, you know there's first reasons to be a place. Hey, you know, it sounds like a cool concept. So, like, I don't blame you. And I will be right back. I have to step away for a quick moment. Well, if I had any streaming services that let me watch those things, I probably would go check them out, but fortunately I do not. Pew pew pew. Time to die. Yeah, but I don't have Hulu, so I am out of luck. Zap zap. Roar. I haven't heard a lot about Ghost Game outside of a few specific episodes. So no comment there. Pew 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 pew. Teehee. Ha, you missed. Time to die. Zap. I mean, who gets the rights to what can be kind of a weird thing sometimes. Oh boy. Come on. Rude. Aw, it thinks that's gonna save its friend. It is wrong. So, let's just do this. I played a bit of that mobile game. Not a lot of it, but a little bit. Oh boy. Between you and me, Billy, it was very, very mediocre. Which is probably why not enough people played it to keep it online. I get that. I think you can find, like, clips of, like, the story and stuff on YouTube if you look. Pretty sure. Not an expert, though. You. Yeah, that's fair. Put it in there. And now it's time for this guy. This. Please kill it. Pew 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 pew. I mean, like I've said, a game where we just see a bunch of unused Digimon would always be a big plus for me. So, hopefully, someday, we get, like, a big proper one. Yeah, but honestly, Survive's selection of Digimon was pretty weak, just in general. Like, some of the ones that they included were pretty cool, and I was happy to see, but it was pretty bland. Yeah, and they were fun to see. I just wish it had more. And hopefully they do the same thing with a future entry of the same type. if they make one. Hopefully they make one. I feel like Survive got enough attention that the chances of a second one are good enough. That just the question of whether or not it'll come here is, you know, the big problem. I mean, hopefully, but we'll see. That's fair. I mean, yeah, I liked it and wished and hope they make a second one, but I do see that there is room for improvement. I'll put it like that. And room for some tweaking and some changing. I feel like some bits just didn't fit in quite right. But, I mean, that could work too. Or you choose a partner. Or something. Yeah, I could see that. Let's just minimize it. Come on. I mean, I liked how Agumon was characterized. Like, he was still recognizably... I keep doing... Let me leave. I mean, maybe, but I think if you're gonna do it the give me multiple potential partners route, they should be a little different from each other. Because I think that would add an interesting layer of extra flavor, especially if they're gonna do a situation where you have to do multiple runs to get the true ending. Like, I think that could add a bit more variety into next playthroughs, if that makes sense. Like, you do it with... Like, if you do your first run with the Agumon, and it's all bright and cheerful, and then you do your second one with like a water Digimon, and it's like more chill and relaxed and more cool-headed. Or you do it with a dark Digimon, and they're always kind of low-key pushing you towards the less than optimal solutions, or the more confrontational ones. Hey, you know, that could be that could be fun for a playthrough. You know, you do one where your buddy agrees with you the entire time, and one where they disagree with you the entire time, just for a bit of variety for multiple runs like that. Because, you know, if the game's gonna do the multiple run-through thing, they might as well let us have some fun with it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like it could have been fun. Stats. Dotting when attacking, confusing target when attacking. No, maybe. Let's do that. Yes. Okay. Kunamon was perfect little baby boy who didn't deserve his first playthrough's fate. Kunamon is perfect. I will stand by that. Kunamon was best Digimon out of the game. And I will fight anyone who says otherwise. It's awful. Because I love him. can tell. None of these are gonna help me. I don't think any of these are gonna help me either. Hi, nerd. The moral ending, the wrathful ending, the peaceful ending, the true ending, and the bad ending. Yeah. 5 endings. I think the bad ending can happen regardless of whether or not Rio dies. I think. Pretty sure. So, technically... Yeah. So technically only 3 of the 5 does Rio 100% have to die for you to achieve. So... Right, the Coliseum. Yeah, let's go. We're going again. Attack. Spider shooter. I swear we're just gonna spend 2 hours doing this. Yeah, that's a fair assumption to come across. It's... Kudamon's cool. I mean, I don't know. It was one of those spot points that kind of worked and kind of didn't, depending on my mood. Yeah, Kunamon deserved better. Because he's a good boy. I'm just happy they finally let him talk. I mean, it took a few Digivolutions, but eventually he did get to talk. And I appreciate that. I don't know why Lobon was treated like a Wormmon in that game. Definitely deserved a better partner. Shuji did not deserve Lobmon. Like, I will stand by that. The Shuji was... I mean, I warmed up to him in the second playthrough, but like that first playthrough, oh boy. Having to deal with Shuji was rough. Honestly, Shuji could have, like... it was like... Well, I mean, I don't think Dracmon would have worked for Shuji. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. That way they could be stinky together. Big stinky and little stinky. Look, on this stream it's always Bully 2 o'clock. Always. Please. Which is just unfair. I mean, maybe. I don't know. All I know is that I really hope that if they make it Survive 2, we don't have to deal with something like that. 'Cause, I mean, I get the purpose of it. I know why it's there. But also, like, that whole sequence was just rough. I mean, and you could argue that that was the point. Like, you're not supposed to be happy during that scene, you're supposed to be kind of horrified. But still. The whole Latman. Honestly, I mean, I think you were there, but yeah, when Ryo punched Yuji in the face for being an idiot, I cheered. I was like, yep, this is the best scene of the game now. But that first time through was awful. Oh good, you were there for that. I don't know, my memory's not that great. I mean, some things I remember, but sometimes my brain just like, nope, I'm deleting this data. I don't care if you wanted to keep it. But it's fine. First. And time to deal with this. Honestly, with that punch to Shuji, he was like, yep, this is my new favorite. Yeah, let's just do it like this. Roar. I mean, he was just panicking, and even before that, he started to warm up to Kunamon at least a little bit. Like, he could understand him, and no one else could. I thought that was really cute. Like, that whole dynamic was just adorable, and I loved them. So I'm happy they got a happy ending. I also think Kunamon not being able to talk until later kind of worked with Ryo a whole lot, because, like, you know, until Ryo was able to vocalize and, like, communicate his thoughts and feelings and emotions, then Kunamon couldn't talk. I thought that was a fun little, like, parallel. But that's also probably just me. That was so funny. He was like, yes, you can talk. 2 seconds later. QQ. Oh, god damn it. It was awesome. Okay. Yeah. Where are we at? This just instant disappointment. But, you know. Yeah, I think as soon as he became Bancho Stingmon, he could talk. I think it was, yeah. His first evolution was no, but the second one was. So, yeah. We're gonna go over here for a bit. Because I'm tired of the arena. Well, wasn't Poncho Stingmon his Mega? I think? Yeah. Because it was Kunamon, Flymon, Jewel Beamon, and then Poncho Stingmon. So yeah, Poncho Stingmon could talk. I don't know how much. I don't think he talked a lot, but, you know, I think he did. I don't think they made as big of a deal of it the second time. Which is fair. And we're walking away. Yeah. That sounds about right. Bum, bum. Good try. Zap. Well, it's hard to tell, if I'm being honest, when the whole game is in Japanese. Because something could be a word, we just don't understand it. And also just general battle noises are probably just going to be harder to make out. Here's a Sparkly. I should go get the Sparkly. No. No. I mean, I could probably take him, but, like, I don't want to. So I'm just gonna go over here. Get the shiny first. Right? Because the whole thing plays out almost identically for like 95% of it. It's just like, oh no. But then Gudamon decides, you know what? Time to use my head. Whack. It's funny. It's probably where Ryo got the idea for when the whole Shuji thing went down. Oh, hello. Don't usually see these two here. Or, it's been a while. It's justifiably bad. But I like the idea that he got the idea from his little buddy. But, you know, both headcanons are valid. I'm gonna do it. You know what? No. I'm a coward. Well, I'm doing a Nuzlocke run, and if someone dies now, it'll be like so much work down the drain. So... And Mega Seedromon's just like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm not getting involved. Not that I think it was capable of, like, complicated thought, but still. Yeah, I think that would kind of break the tension in unintended ways. I can think it would be much harder to take some of the threats seriously if Ryo just went up to Mega Seedromon and smacked it in the nose and won. Because, yeah, and then Kunamon just looks at her and goes, "What? If you could have done that this whole time, why did you need me to protect you?" Translated into Kunamon noises, of course. Actually, do I have... I have a thingy. I should use a thingy. Boop, boop. Yeah. Where are we at? It's gonna be a while. You know what? I think... Yes. I think it would be funny, but I also think it would be stake destroying. So, I'm glad they didn't do it, but it is funny to think of what ifs. And I think I'm just gonna call this here for tonight. It's fun hanging out with you, Billy, and doing some leveling up. But I probably have a lot more leveling up to go until I'm confident and ready for the Boltmon fight. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow, or maybe the next day, depending on how much other stuff I have to do. We'll see. Yeah, I will. Because we don't want another bloodbath. We wiped once already. Let's not do that again. To the same guy, just a different fight too. So it's just like, no. I will have revenge. Anyway, I will see you then. So, bye-bye.